Actually, I did spend a lot of time hardware debugging for the STM32 microcontroller blue pill, which is eventually what happened is I do a wrong selection on the MPU selection during the STM32MX configuration. So right now we see the pin configuration between the STM32F103C6T6. Basically, this is the MPU selection. So and you can see the comparison with the STM32C8T6. You can see between the chip itself. So make sure your chip selection between the CubeMX is correct when you select a right chip for it. I did a mistake like it cost me around an hour to debug the hardware issue. Then I realized it's actually the initial state of which I didn't have a MCU selection correct during the STM32CubeMX configuration. So always make sure the first thing ever you do in the project is to always have a correct MPU selection. So you can see from this, for example, you can see the QMX, you go to new project. So what I might mean is during the selection of the MPU from here, so make sure your part number is correct before you start anything like you start in programming Cube IDE or whatever else, or you already start wiring your hardware stuff. So make sure always the what do you call the Cube MX MPU selection is correct. Which chip you select is correct, and then you start slowly. You can do hardware debugging, hardware connection, and you can start to write code on your STM32 Cube IDE and go ahead and program the code into the device selection is different. It will doesn't turn on the LED onboard LED. So make sure always the device selection is correct. So you can see maybe some of the pinout should be different. You see, okay. So all the pinout is the same. So just make sure the MPU selection is correct. If not, it doesn't work. Which whenever you try to flash it, it actually cost me an order on this to flash it on the chip and so on. And yeah, that's it, guys, for this video. I just want to tell you guys always before start everything, make sure you select the right chip. MPU selection using the STM32 CubeMX configuration, pinout configuration. And yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys, for watching. See you next time.